Elizabeth.
And I'm Morgan.
And we know better.
Welcome, guys, to Spooktober, and we're dressed as ourselves.
Or if you like reading fanfiction, Kinktober. In the month of October on AO3 every single year, fanfic authors just write all smut, all weird kinks, all crazy kinks and pairings, and they call it Kinktober every year. And AO3 actually just went down today for 20 hours, which is a big deal because everyone freaks the fuck out like everyone's dying, to prepare for the fact of the influx of fanfiction that's coming.
They had to do an update.
Yeah.
That's real, and I can appreciate that. I just saw a TikTok where they were, singing with AO3, and they were, singing a song with AO3 titles, just fluttering through, AO3 titles to a song.
Yeah. So happy Kinktober if you celebrate. I personally don't read a ton of just straight up smut anymore. I'm more for the but that's because I'm still so obsessed with the Marauders since this past January, so it's been 8-10 months now.
Yeah.
That I don't read any of my other fandoms. I've been starting to save some Stardew Valley and Demon Slayer ones though for when I eventually break free. Yes, there's, oh my gosh, I just came across a fucking polyamory, you, Sebastian, and Sam, and I was like, sign me the fuck up. It's 600,000 words, so it's because I was looking, I don't know, I watched a Sebastian edit the other day. He's one of the characters you can romance, and I was like, well, yes, now I want to read a quick little thing before bed, but I didn't want to read just straight up fucking, I wanted a cute little, but then it was all really long fics, and I was like, well, now I have to save these because of course I want to read about having two boyfriends, and they're also boyfriends, and they're Stardew Valley characters. Fair. So now it's saved for way later. I don't know when I'll get around to it, but
well, yeah, happy Kinktober to those who celebrate.
I'm assuming there's an audience overlap there.
Yeah, there's gotta be. Not me personally, really. I've dabbled when required, when it's really needed, but it's not really my tea.
I think fanfiction is the backbone for all of society, truly. If we didn't have fanfiction, I think things would be a lot harder to deal with for a lot of people.
That's really true, I think.
When I say everyone on all of my social medias, when AO3 announced that they were going down, people were like, this is my rapture. Oh my god, I can't survive. How the fuck am I gonna do? People are downloading hours of fanfiction or binging fanfiction right before. I was like, I don't even need to worry because I am only 1,000 pages into my 2,500 page All the Young Dudes, but from Sirius's perspective. So I'm not even halfway done.
Right.
I still got another 1,500 pages to read.
Yes.
And it's downloaded, so I was like, I'm good, actually.
Yeah, let us know what fanfictions you're reading in the comments, guys.
Yeah.
Put people on.
When I was reading Crimson Rivers, the one that made me go into a psychosis for 2 weeks straight, AO3 went down. Remember that party we went to at Naya's? It was just, I think it was her being able to drink again party, so it was just at hers.
Yes.
And then I went home pretty early, I think, because I was I need to continue reading this right now. I'm gonna freak the fuck out. It was literally on my mind, in a very serious way. Well, that was what was not well. I was not well, at all, mind, body, soul, at all for those 2 weeks. And I think I went home and it was down that night for a 2-hour maintenance, and I had a meltdown. I was like, I swear to God, if I don't get back in that Hunger Games arena right now, I'm gonna freak out. I was literally blowing up Aaron's phone. I was like, this is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. I have never been personally affected by an AO3 unexpectedly going down because I always typically download my fanfictions or I don't read. I don't know. I'm on and off with fanfiction. Sure. It's not really but yeah, learn from that. No, all mine are downloaded. I don't play. They're going in the books app.
Yeah.
Never want to experience that ever again. That was the worst.
That's fair. Okay. Do you have any maintenance before we get into our thing?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think anything's really happened.
It hasn't been too long since we last filmed.
I know.
It's kind of been, well, whatever.
I feel like we've been doing a lot of stuff over the past 2 months and just not talking about it. But there's not much to say.
We talk about our trips, but
right. I've been gone every single weekend for the past month, and then I'm gonna go another 2 weekends in a row. I'm just seeing concerts, man. It's concert season. I saw My Chemical Romance. Yeah. Saw Chapel. She's about to go see Chapel. I'm seeing Conan Gray this weekend. Then I'm seeing 21 Pilots. Then I'm seeing Renee Rapp. Then I'm seeing Halsey. She's coming back around to tour Badlands, and me and my friend were like, we absolutely need to fucking go. That was peak Tumblr. I went to the original Badlands tour in 2016.
Oh, wow. That's iconic then, to be able to go again.
Yeah, I'm excited. I also just secured My Chemical Romance tickets for, okay, so they went on their North America tour, but they're only doing, like, football stadiums, right? Because they're playing Black Parade, their biggest album ever, top to bottom, and then coming out to the B stage and doing, like, another mini show of whatever songs they want to play that night. Me and my friend went to Chicago because they weren't coming anywhere near us other than that, right? But then last week, My Chemical Romance posters and, like, so the whole Black Parade is a little bit of a story album, and the whole idea is front to back tells a story of these people living in a fascist country with a fascist leader that just won't die. LOL. No wonder they're retouring it now.
Yeah.
And so, like, posters about the leader were posting up, and there's spray paint on sidewalks in cities, like, with quotes from stuff that the leader says in the show, or their secret language for, like, the fake country that they live in, all this stuff. In Minneapolis, it was showing up, and I was like, holy fuck. If they come back around and they do Minneapolis, like, I will literally, like, die. I wasn't as intense as I felt when Ariana Grande announced her tour, because I have never seen Ariana Grande, but it was damn near close. And today, the tickets went on sale at noon today. I think I'm a god. Ticketmaster is, like, creating an adrenaline rush because I've been buying so many concert tickets. Getting the Ariana Grande ones, I was, like, on an adrenaline high for, like, an hour. And it took me over an hour to secure the tickets, and I really almost didn't. So then I'm preparing, and I'm sitting. I literally went into work early today to do all the lab shit I needed to do so that I could leave at 11 and be back by 11:30 to get in the queue at 11:50. And I did, and I was prepared to sit there for, like, an hour, because with Ariana Grande, I got in, and I was like, 20,000, but, like, it holds bigger than 20,000, so I was like, I'm gonna sit in the line, but I sat for over an hour. I get in, and it puts me at number 100, and I bought prime lower bowl facing the screen, the whole stage tickets in less than 5 minutes.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Iconic.
I know. And they were face value as well. It was fucking crazy. Riding that high today, I'm pretty sure I literally texted Erin in all caps and said, I am a god. And she just probably thought I was having some sort of psychotic episode, but then I explained the Ticketmaster thing. But that's like maintenance, I guess. What's going on with me is I'm going to a lot of concerts as well as spending a lot of money on concert tickets.
I just bought a bunch of Hamilton off-Broadway tickets for my family and friends. So that's exciting too, but
I know, you were, like, sending all the details, and I was like, girl, I don't care. And my answer is yes. You kept adding more details. I was like, yeah, whatever.
I know, well, there was a lot. I know. I knew you would say yes.
I know that you had to, because we're in a group chat of people who were potentially buying tickets for. But I thought it was so funny, because everyone was like, oh, like, let me think. I have to plan. And I was like, Venmo, send.
She sent me the Venmo. I'm ready. I was like, I didn't even tell you what day.
Didn't care. I was like, well, yeah, I'm going to be there.
Yeah, well, it was just kind of spur of the moment. Well, my family brought it up once, and I'm not, like, a super big Hamilton fan, but if my family wants to go, then I will. But then I was like, I know they're not going to Minneapolis, and I know Elizabeth would want to go, and I was like, well, maybe a lot more people would be interested. And I sent, and then, like, everyone was interested, and I was like, oh, I didn't know, like, everyone would be really down like that.
I know, I was surprised.
And so then it was like, oh, well, I have to make a decision in, like, 10 minutes.
Right.
So I have to, like, I was spamming, but
I was surprised more people than just me and Isabel had interest.
I know, I was happy with that.
I mean, me and Isabel have been going to shows wherever we can over the past year. We're about to go to Phantom at the beginning of December. I'm so fucking excited. I've been to the Phantom of the Opera so many times, it doesn't get fucking old to me. I love it so much. But Ashlyn wanting to go to more shows, I was like, well, fuck, I'll ask you every time now, too. That gives me 3 options, because I normally ask Isabel first. Well, okay, with the Mean Girls, that was kind of a fluke because my mom already bought the tickets. Right. See, if I already have tickets for anything, I'm like, well, I'll just ask Morgan. It doesn't really matter if she has interest or not.
Yeah,
if it's already, like, I have the tickets, then she'll just go with.
Yeah.
But I don't feel bad asking you. I don't feel bad asking... Well, Isabella is normally, she's like, do you want to come see Les Mis? It's, like, 3-4 hours long. And I was like, well, of course I do.
Yeah.
And so now I can bug Ashlyn as well.
Yeah.
Which is exciting.
So glad about all those people excited for that, and hopefully they can all end up going, because I just bought as much as it would let me, and then I'll just sell any extras I have. But
right.
Yeah, we have some exciting things. That's not until January, though. And we've got other exciting things, but...
Yeah.
Yeah. We've been busy, guys. We've been playing D&D. We've been hanging out. Just hanging out. It's been a fun...
I feel like I haven't, like, just hung out with my friends here in so long. But also because I've just been doing shit every weekend.
When I say hanging out, we've been doing things. It
right.
Been, like, just,
sorry, yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
I know
just
exactly.
like a chill. Because it's Friday right now when we're recording, and when I text you, I was like, oh, do you, like, want to watch the movie? I was like, I can't remember the last time.
I don't remember
me
the
and
last
Morgan
time.
have hung out alone and, like, had we need to do this.
Yeah.
We need to do this activity, objection.
We see each other, and because it's hard, if it was, like, we haven't seen each other in a long time, then I think it would be more of a priority. But we see each other pretty much every week.
Yeah. To either film or play D&D or like a group plan that we've already had for like a long time coming.
But like just a night in, we haven't done it in a long while, so that's fun. Where this episode is going to be, you might see us progressively get hangrier, and that'll be specifically on me because I'm really hungry right now, and we're not going to eat till after this. So sorry if we get feisty by the advice.
And I'm surprised because I ate a pretty late lunch. And, like, with the meds, but also I don't know. Can't tell. I'm on, like, a fake GLP-1, some biosimilar bullshit. I don't know. My, GI doctor is convinced that my weight gain, which is only 10 pounds heavier than my healthy weight pre-Crohn's disease, mind you, but it's 40 pounds different from when I first moved here. Yeah. They're convinced that all these new symptoms that are coming up and worsening symptoms aren't the disease progressing, but are in fact my weight gain, which is I don't agree with.
You know,
but they
classic
put me
doctor stuff. Like,
and it's fucking ridiculous.
That's the reason why you
literally
have any problems at all.
Which is ridiculous.
You know, not even fat, but like any weight gain that is like above the made up BMI scale. Because if you talk to actual professionals, BMI is not a good measurement of healthiness. But anything in the overweight and in plus section is like, well, have you tried losing weight?
Literally.
And you might have all your problems fixed.
Literally. But yeah, I can't tell if the medicine actually suppresses my hunger or not. It doesn't suppress, like, bitch, it doesn't suppress food noise. That shit's loud. Everyone's like, I started it, and all of a sudden, like, I don't eat, like, I can starve myself, like, it's easy, like, I don't think about food. Bitch, I'm always thinking about food, but sometimes all it does is make me feel, like, not full, but, like, ill.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I knew if I ate a full meal right now, I would feel like I'm gonna die. It's not really fun. I don't really like it. It is, unfortunately, though, I think, working, except sometimes I do manage to win, where I just don't lose any weight that week.
You just
fucking state fair weekend with my mom, also coming up, so we're taking her out for her birthday. We're going to the movies every night. Didn't lose any weight that week. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, and guess what? Point me. Because I was in pain after the state fair. I was down bad. But it was worth it. It was fucking worth it. It was fucking worth it. But I'm fucking starving right now, and that's not... Yeah. Normally, I guess... I don't know. I'm never, like, hungry around dinner time now. But also, I think that has to do with my activity throughout the day. Because I never really ate breakfast in general, because I don't fucking wake up. I either don't wake up early, or two, I really struggle to, and I barely get to work on time. So it's like I was either eating a bar, and I was like, okay, whatever. If I'm not that hungry, I'll just wait and get really hungry for lunch, especially with this medicine that's trying to, like, make me fill up faster. Sometimes. I think it does sometimes suppress my hunger, but I think it's inconsistent. I don't know. I can't tell, also, my psyche versus how I actually feel. Yeah. So I've just been I eat lunch, but then it's like, I either get off work early or get off work, and then I immediately go do my workout in the afternoon, and then I pick up Ginger, and then I'm home at, like, 5 or 6. But I do this 2 or 3 times a week. I go to Pilates, and that's at 7, and I won't eat a fucking meal before Pilates or I'll throw up everywhere. Yeah. So then I started eating at 8 or 9 or 10, and so now I think my body thinks that's dinner time. So I think I've just kind of fucked myself. But all of that to say... That doesn't count right now because I'm fucking hungry. So. You pulled up and I was like, oh my god, I'm, like, imagining all the places we can go. I was like, I wonder what she's gonna want to eat.
Yes, and I was already thinking about it.
I was like, oh my god, I'm kind of excited.
Me too. Well, okay, so let's just move on. We don't need to keep talking about the food. We'll just make
all we're saying is we're excited for our plans after.
Yeah. But Elizabeth had a good idea for the pod today, and she just said, like, let's just ask each other random questions.
Yeah, like, I was like, okay, because eventually I want to do the idea of, like, a theme where it's all about one person's lore or whatever. We've talked about this.
Yeah.
Lore dump, where we take turns and etc., or, like, a full interview. But I was, like, thinking, well, because also, one of you guys put in our advice more themed episodes. One, advice is not... That's not advice. We're not asking... I actually wasn't asking you guys for advice. We're going to give you advice.
Yeah, we know it could be confusing, but we actually weren't looking for any
We actually have no issues, so...
about what we should do. Yeah. No, just kidding. We appreciate you're like, yes, more themes.
Feedback
like,
in our comments, though. Give us the engagement.
Yes, give us comments. Be public about it.
Yeah.
Like,
anyway, but it got me thinking regardless, even though I was like, no, like, I'm not... saying this in the advice section, y'all. I'm not taking your advice. I'm giving advice. It got me thinking of just fun things, and also just, I don't know, things to do for the pod in general, just so that we don't have too many, you know.
Yeah,
not that those episodes are bad.
Yeah, and some of our best episodes are us just riffing with literally no planning ahead of time, but it is nice to keep it fresh, to have some ideas, so... So this is like an interview of sorts, but we're gonna go back and forth, and also there just could be questions about anything, is essentially my thought. Yeah.
Just to kind of, I don't know, because I think it would be fun.
Random questions that we just thought of to ask. I don't know. Some of them are going to be more like, I don't know how funny the questions are going to be. I have some funny-ish ones, but...
Yeah. I was thinking I have, like, 2 wigs that are bangs with really long hair, and I was like, fuck, I should have had us each put one on, and then done the interview like fucking Caesar Flickerman, like, not, like, his personality, but, like, the looks, you know, from Hunger Games, but I also don't want to wear a wig right now, so...
Fair. Another time, perhaps.
Yeah, don't worry, I have wigs on deck.
I think you should start, since it was your idea, and then I'll maybe, like, if I'm way off base with the questions, I'll be able to pivot.
I think a lot of them are, like, thought-provoking in the sense of, like, you're gonna... Because I want you to talk.
Yeah.
But some of them where it's, like, more goofy or to ask,
that's exactly what I was trying to do.
I'll start with an easy one, not my first one, because my first one's actually pretty intense. What celebrity / influencer / artist do you love but would hate the most to meet?
Ooh.
So, like, any sort of famous person, but I don't know how to describe that across the board, you know?
Anyone deemed famous but would hate to meet.
That you're, like, a fan of, that you would hate to meet, though. Because I'm sure there's celebrities you hate who you don't want to meet.
Yeah. Do you think, like, hate to meet because...
Whatever reason you could think of. It's up to your interpretation. Like, number one, I love you, but I would never, ever, ever want to meet you. You're my number one person I'd never want to meet.
Oof. I think this is just the first thing that came to mind, and I don't know, like, how true it is. I'm sure there might be someone else that might be number one that I would just... Because I think the way I'm interpreting this question is, like, I don't want to meet them, and then it ruins kind of my perception of them. I just kind of like that they're, like, a celebrity... what the persona that they present, and I feel like meeting them would ruin the illusion. And so that's, and like maybe potentially they're not what I think they am, and then that would just ruin my life, because I'm like, well, I really liked you, and now you're like just a person that's not a good person either. So I think the first thing that came to mind is slushy noobs, and I know we've said a lot of times that I would, like, it would be cool to meet them, but at the end of the day, they are just men. And so I'd be really nervous to meet them, because I'm afraid that they might just be men. And I know that they are surrounded by a lot of women in their life, so I think that kind of helps. But when I think about me as a person, I don't really get along well with men, and I don't have male friends, and I don't want to have male friends. So I'm like, what in reality, even though these are celebrities that I like, do I think I would actually want to meet them and, like, think I could get along well? I don't know. I just don't get along well with men. I don't befriend men. I wouldn't have any interest in meeting a regular, just, like, average man. So I'm like, I love their online persona. I love to see that. It would be really cool to meet them. But I would be nervous that I'd be like, oh, you're just dudes. See, I don't like it.
Hamza specifically is up there for me as well, but that's because I find him so attractive, and for all the reasons you said as well, because I think not that I'm not trying to badmouth him, but, like, I think would be disappointing Do you know what I mean? Like, actually knowing him as a person because of the same idea that I just don't like men in general.
Yeah.
Not him specifically, but all men disappoint me.
His persona is, like, is attractive, and same with Martin at
comes
times.
through at some points, you know, when they say stuff and you're like, oh.
Yeah,
but also because I don't want him to perceive me, like, and not think I'm super hot.
Well, that's
like, you know what I
exactly
mean?
Like,
especially now that he is taken, like, I just can't deal with any of that. Like, I don't want you to know, like, when Brittany Broski freaked the fuck out when she met Harry Styles because she wasn't supposed to. His team surprised her, and after she was like, that was the worst thing that ever happened to me. Like,
I get that. No, I think that's true too, because it might not even be, like, I'm sure they are good people. Well, I guess maybe I don't know them personally, so I can't say that. But, like, I have good faith that they are good people, but, like, if they don't like me, then that ruins everything.
Right.
And I don't really trust myself to just be able to get along with men.
I guess also for them specifically, like, for me, I would want to meet Harry Styles because he's so out of sphere of, like, a real human being that it would be like meeting a celebrity, starstruck, take a picture. But like Slushy Noobs, I don't see them as this, like, above me on this high pedestal, you're a god. And that's why I don't think I could handle it.
Yeah, and that's why I feel like they were the first that came to mind, because there is a lot of, but like Beyonce,
like, you're up there, like, you're a goddess.
Beyonce is just still Beyonce. She is, like, not a normal, even if I were to meet her and see her in person and talk to her, she's still not a normal human being to me. She is still Beyonce. But if I were to meet Slushy Noobs, I'm like, these are men.
It's too real, like, they're just dudes.
And, like, I do really like them, but, like, no,
I 100% agree.
So that's okay. There might be someone else I think of that might be more apt, but that's what my first thought was.
Also, I wrote 5 questions. I think I said 5 in the text, but if you don't have 5, that's fine. I was just thinking time-wise.
But we'll see. Yeah, maybe we'll just see how time-wise we go. Okay, well, kind of on the topic, we'll start off with the fun one. Fuck, marry, kill. But, like, theoretically. Slushy Noobs, Singe and Drowning, Dan and Phil. I know, I went heavy hitters for you.
Marry Dan and Phil. That's not even a question.
I figured you would. Now, obviously not the people, but, like, the concept, I feel.
Yes, the channels. Obviously, guys. Actually, I would fuck Dan Howell. He's so hot. He's so hot, and he's also gender envy at the same time. I saw his,
Wait, which one is that? The blonde, the one... Wait, they're not...
The blonde one now is Phil.
Okay. That's what I was... okay. I get that.
What the fuck is it called? The mullet. Dan's mullet looked so good in a video recently that I both was like, I want to fuck you crazy, but also I sincerely debated. I was like, maybe I should go full mask and get this mullet, exactly his mullet, because I wanted it so bad. But the problem is I'm way too afraid to cut all my hair off and not be attractive to men, which is the honest truth to it all.
Yeah.
To go, like, full, you know what I mean? Like, with the wolf cut, I kind of still have that appeal. I think one day I'll do it, but I'm not confident enough in that. Which is just the honest truth. I mean, if you all think that you're not doing shit for men subconsciously, you are. I'm just conscious of the fact, like, why do I get so fearful if I were to cut all my hair off? That is the reason. I know it is, deep down. Anyway, definitely marry Dan and Phil. Dan and Phil Games specifically is their joint channel. And I think for loyalty's sake, I'm going to kill Slushy Noobs and fuck Singe and Drowning.
That's fair. Slushy Noobs is the newest to you.
And I was super obsessed with them, but I guess they're kind of... I don't know, though, because I do watch all their videos, but they're just so well-timed. Dan and Phil and Slushy Noobs, I think, have perfect, because they have similar, honestly, they mostly post on the same days. It's kind of funny. Very similar posting schedule, where it's, like, just long enough where I'm like, oh, man, I want another video.
Yeah.
But not so frequently where I have to, like, that's my issue with Singe and Drowning. I pick and choose. But I'm starting to kind of feel the same way I feel about Singe and Drowning about Slushy Noobs, where it's not, like, they're just YouTubers that I enjoy now. The obsession has kind of receded a little bit.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Love Slushy News, but, like, I've been watching Wes and Corey since he was a YouNow streamer in 2014. So I have to keep that loyalty. That's funny, though. But Dan and Phil to the grave. Married to the grave. Yeah. 100%. Nope.
And if I were to have predicted, that's what I would have said. So.
Okay. What's something you loved in middle school / childhood, anytime in that, like, period of time, that you would be embarrassed to admit to your friends back then?
Back then?
Back then.
I loved gaming YouTubers.
Because I feel like now we don't give a fuck what...
Yeah, but it did... this is a good question because it was, like, an active, like,
Because I feel like it's a common... The reason I asked the thought of the question, I feel like a lot of things we liked in that period of time, we pretend we didn't like, and then we suppress it, and then it comes back now that we don't... Because, like, I don't give a fuck that people know I loved In and Phil now. Shit like that.
Yeah, no,
Which is why I asked, and then also prefaced, like, we're afraid to tell people back then.
Yeah, no, that was pretty much exactly it. There might be... Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm sure there's maybe other stuff, as you know, as a middle schooler, you're embarrassed about pretty much everything. But specifically was like I got really into gaming YouTube, specifically Rooster Teeth and Achievement Hunter, which I guess you know. They're kind of lost internet at this point. But like, I was clocking in. I was very much obsessed and actively watching, but no one else in my life was that I knew of, and it was also something I was very actively embarrassed about because I'm a girl and these are also just random men on the internet, and so like no one's gonna understand that obsession. And so I was very, very embarrassed about that. Like, I didn't even let my I was actively watching them, but it was like hiding it from my family because I didn't even want my family to know and talk to me about it. Probably until I was like 17, maybe a little bit earlier, because then Kim was like, oh, that kind of seems funny, I would watch it with you. And I was like, like, you actually, like, you have no idea what that means to me. And then I think it wasn't even until like college and I was like, I would tell people that this is an interest of mine.
You already said some favorite YouTubers, but what were your favorite games that you watched at that time? I know one of your favorite games is Until Dawn, because I don't know if we talked about it on the pod, Dawn, but we both, something we bonded over in our friendship was we both loved Until Dawn and grew up watching those playthroughs. So there's like some
games that would be like, I would only watch if the people I was like, I'd pretty much watch all their videos, but then there would be so much content that I was like, I have school, I literally can't keep up with this. And so I wouldn't, but then there were some games like Until Dawn where I was like, well, now I need to find other random YouTubers because I want to watch a million playthroughs of this. And so Until Dawn was one of them. But like the main reason I got into those was GTA 5 videos.
That's fun.
This is gonna like, I'm just getting embarrassed just at, but it was a time.
I mean, look in the room we're in, it like can't get worse than this, can it?
Well,
you're laying on a naked JoJo body pillow.
I know, but it just like repressed embarrassment from back then. So GTA 5 videos was like how I got into them originally, and then they did Minecraft weekly, so Minecraft videos. Oh, Rainbow Six Siege, when they would play that.
That gave me chills. My ex-boyfriend would be like, I can't FaceTime you, I need to play Siege.
Ew.
Whenever anyone I meet is like, oh, I played Rainbow Six Siege, and I'm like, huh.
Yeah. Call of Duty rarely. What was it? Kind of, they would play a bunch of random games, like anything that was popular probably in the like 2014 to 2018 era.
Firewatch?
Yes, I actually watched PewDiePie play that. I was a PewDiePie fan back in the day.
So was I. I watched Jacksepticeye play that.
Real, I never really watched, it was really only PewDiePie. I never really watched.
Have you ever watched anyone play Undertale?
No.
Oh, we should play that then. Because that is its story as well as, it's similar to Life is Strange, but not in the sense that your actions reflect the consequences of the outcomes of the game.
Sure.
I watched Dan and Phil play that. I watched Joe Sugg play Until Dawn. That was my first Until Dawn experience. Weird enough.
Love. Love. So yeah, but like I said, I'd pretty much watch anything that they would come out with. So yeah, I was very, very embarrassed about that growing up. No, not so much. It's cool when I meet someone else that like also knows them and likes them. I'm like, oh my god, we had the same kind of childhood.
Do they still post?
No, so Rooster Teeth as a company started in like 2000s, and they started as what they're most known for, I would say, is Red versus Blue, which is a like machinima TV series, but YouTube series. So they were like in Halo, they were making TV series out of it. But then it branched out. What I was more into was Achievement Hunter, which was more of just like classic YouTube gaming. But Rooster Teeth also made like an anime called Ruby. Have you ever heard of that?
Yes.
So that's who made Ruby. And so they were a very big company. They got bought by Warner Bros. And I don't remember when, but then they closed. Then Rooster Teeth shut down because it was like post-pandemic. Everything changed. Company kind of died out last year. But Achievement Hunter, some of the guys that I really liked, I kind of just have like, they're like my older brothers, I feel like at this point. Like I like literally was watching him at 14 years old growing up. Like those men are like, as I'm older, I'm like, these are just millennial men. But I'm like, but
that's
they're my guys.
how I feel about Dan and Phil.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not even funny to me anymore. Yeah. Like, their jokes are so millennial humor, but I'm just like, oh, look at those gay guys go.
I know, literally. And so, yeah, they started, they each have podcasts, and one of the podcast channels also does gaming, and so I do listen to those every week and watch the videos that I want to watch, which is a good half of them. Mm-hmm. They'll play, what have they been playing recently that I like? They're playing Ratatouille, the game, which is like,
never even heard of that.
They have like a whole game, and it's actually like voiced by the people that were in the movie.
Oh wow!
But it's not like an advanced game; it's a very old game. But it's marketed for kids, but it's really fucking hard. Like it's really. I
think
hard.
I've heard of that. People on TikTok being like trying to get through blah 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 level of Ratatouille, and they're like crashing out.
So yeah, they're playing that right now, and that's cool. That's pretty enjoyable. They've been like very much people that I put. Okay, Ginger. People that I put on in just the background, like while I'm working, and it's just kind of comfort. So
that's fair.
But yeah, I do actively still watch them and listen to the pod.
We could, whenever if we ever do pick up the making video game videos, I was thinking it would be fun to make a Sims family too. I like how our friend has a family of us too.
Yeah.
And just like checks in on us. And are there men there? I don't know.
Where?
What was she was giving us an update on the family and was like, this is what's going on with you guys.
Oh, a bunch of dogs. We adopted 1 million dogs.
Yeah, she has a family of us two yes, and then I tried to play it on her computer once and tried to get me a boyfriend, but I wouldn't stop flirting with you. Yeah. And so like we were just like, and in my opinion, her updating us and saying you guys just adopt a fuck ton of dogs, I'm like, so we're lesing out. Like that's what we're doing in The Sims.
Oh, in the Sims universe.
That would be fun because I also have wicked whims, so that'd be fun.
Yeah,
we could put evil exes in the
that would be fun.
Basement
you guys, no one ever commented saying that they wanted us to do a gaming channel, so I guess we'll never do it unless you guys say something. I don't know.
I think we should, but I also I want to make intersperse it with like because I want to do a Disney vlog.
Yeah, just a general YouTube channel. Yeah.
Okay.
Agree.
Yeah. Sorry, got sidetracked.
Okay.
I'm gonna unplug this.
Was that the deep question that you were gonna ask?
There's just a few. Okay. I don't know.
Well, yeah,
but that's like about like the level
that you were like was more.
Oh
yeah,
no.
Yeah. Okay. Well, mine might be. We'll see. This one's lighthearted enough. What would your ultimate goal for the podcast be? Like, it doesn't have to be anything like specifically like hit 1 million subscribers, but if you want the podcast to accomplish one thing or like get you to a place to accomplish one thing, what would it be?
I think my ultimate dream for the podcast is kind of what we've already talked about a bunch of times. I think we just have different opinions on how it gets to that point / what that point looks like. But like having like a loyal like fan base / viewership, but like it's niche to us and we're not like influencers. Yeah. Like I don't want to be a full-blown influencer, but to have a loyal group of people who watch the podcast every week, and then maybe if it branched over into YouTube whenever we want to do it, not that it would be our full, gig, that would be really fun. I like my favorite part I think about the podcast thus far is people engaging with the content, even if it's just a TikTok clip that they're not understanding the full context, or it's or like a trend, some whatever fucking TikTok trends we want to do.
Yeah.
I like it when people are engaging, or like when we first started, when we were getting those comments, because it's nice. I mean, I still also bait my friends into fucking complimenting me as well, because I have a group of people that like watch pretty loyally, but I'll text them the link every single time we drop something, because I want them to then respond and be like, oh, I listened and this is what I liked and what I didn't like. I love that feedback, I guess. Yeah. So like having more of that consistently would be great.
And just from people that aren't biased by being our friends.
Right.
But although that kind of hurts sometimes. You know?
Because I mean, it's, for me, when an episode doesn't, I want to see growth. I know that's not an end goal, but for me, like, when an episode starts to do better than a previous episode, I get really excited because, you know, for each of these episodes, I'm investing 6 to 10 hours of my time. And, like, I know the audio sounds fucking horrible most of the time and it's pretty inconsistent, which is frustrating, but
we're working with what we got, to be fair.
It feels personal when people engage with the episodes or like what we're talking about in a clip or something that goes on TikTok, because I'm personally spending a lot of time to get these episodes out, you know? So that feels nice, I guess. Yeah. So that would be my answer. I don't think we could be influencers. I think, one, I would be canceled pretty fast, and also I think I agree with your whole, like, it's not consistent. It's like, you never know when it's gonna end type thing, I guess.
It just there's so many people with their opinions on you, and they don't even, you know you or consume your content regularly. It's just too much. I think dream would be like Upstairs Neighbor Pod, which I know you don't watch, but if you know, like, they have a Patreon and they have like a decent amount of following there, but then they just got hired into like an actual studio, but like that's really all they do, right? And they like known for that. They do live shows, like that would be cool, right? But like anything like, getting a sort of like Vanilla Mace level is too much. Well, I guess, and then I also don't want to have to crank out. That's my dream. Like, Turtle with Hat has a great fan base. Sinjin even has a good fan base now, but I know it's kind of wavered over the years.
But I think they gained their fan base from suddenly getting really widespread popular, and then it's like dwindled as they've continued to do their thing.
So that's my dream.
I kind of like the Upstairs Neighbor schematic as well, in that they do comedy shows, and that's pretty much outside. I would love to do that. I think I know you don't think you're funny, but I think you're really funny, and I also think when we riff off each other, we're very funny.
No, I think that would be my dream, would be to do like live podcasts, and it would just be like doing a podcast but engaging with the audience. Like, if I were like, that would be my I made it moment. Right. Like, I agree. And even if it was just in like a show in Minneapolis, that would be so fun. True. That would be my dream.
Yeah, yep, I 100% agree with that. Oh, actually, you know what my official goal will be? You guys are going to see us in the 2026 Pride Parade. Yes! Making it happen. We're gonna have a
that's even like an attainable goal, because it doesn't matter if we have literally 50 subscribers. We are going on the parade.
I'm gonna pay for a banner to go on each side, and if your dad can tow us, I will, like, 100%. I think it's possible.
My straight ass dad is going to drive through the Pride Parade, and I'm gonna make him. Yes, I already talked to him about it, and he's like, I guess
we can throw we should get like themed condoms and like throw them, or like girl condoms.
What the idea we came up with, you weren't there at the parade, but we came up with fans.
Ooh, that would be cute too. So I was trying to think of something about like queer sex, but I was like,
true. We could do both, depending on the price range, but like a fan, like not like a chaperone fan like we just got, but like a stick fan with like a box.
That would be cute.
We could have like the pod picture on it, and we could have like a QR code.
Yeah, that would be smart.
I've already been thinking about it, obviously, and like our friends are like, I would go and walk in it and like participate. It would be so fun. That would be super fun. And if it, you know, I don't know. I mean, a lot of people. There's a lot of people there. Like, I'm sure we get a few people being like, "What's going on?"
100%. Okay, that a goal. Yeah, because like that was my broad goal. So, but that official goal, and I think an attainable, like actually something I want to do is create that actual YouTube channel. Like I said though, I don't want that to ever become our main gig. I just don't think, one, now that I edit the pod. Like when I watch YouTubers video edit, I'm like, oh my god, how the fuck do you do this? Mostly when they get famous enough, they pay someone. Right. But I'm like, how y'all doing this? When sometimes I watch them do something, I'm like, how did they even do that in like the editing software? But I think it would be fun as something else to do, and like being able to make videos, I think would bring me joy. Yeah. So that too. 2 goals for the next year, I suppose. We should get less busy.
Yeah, literally.
Wait for a lull.
Oh, and speaking of which, I guess kind of like a goal, but will be more of a teaser, is well, maybe we've already talked about it, but guests on the pod. That's a goal, and that we are going to be actually doing, so stay tuned on that.
Yes. Yeah, my next 3 are kind of deep, but I don't think any deeper than what I've already gone through.
That's fine. I'm okay with deep,
they're a bit more reflective, and gonna pull like anecdotes from you. What's advice you frequently give to others but never listen to yourself?
Oof. never listened to. I'm not...
Doesn't have to be like, I choose not to listen, but like, struggle to listen to maybe is the better phrasing. I feel like it's
more of like, I just don't take it well myself. I think probably the self-confidence stuff. I think I'm pretty good. Well, yeah, I've given plenty of self-confidence advice on here on the pod, but actively, like, I just do my best not to think about it, and I don't think that's the best way to go about it, and I don't really do anything to try and increase my self-confidence, besides, I guess, trying to take care of myself more, but even that's kind of fleeting, and I feel like sometimes has ulterior motives, and I think that would be the biggest one. I think I've been known to, not now as much, but when I was actively dating men, I would give much better advice about dating men than I when actually taking it. You know, I would put up with a lot more than I would ever put up with now, but at the time, you know, that's what it was at the time. So I think that, but I don't think I mean, I don't really actively date men right now. And I think I would be a little bit better about taking my own advice, but I don't know. Sometimes you don't know until you're in the smoke, and then it's like, why did I let, like, in the smoke, you're like, well, I guess I'll just deal with it. But then when you're out, you're like,
yeah.
Ugh.
I also think
I think it's a learning thing, and I think I have gotten better with that.
Right. I also think at that age we were at, it was very important to have a boyfriend if you could. Like, I don't know how to explain it. When you have male attention on you, it's important to, like, keep feeding into it. Yeah, you know, it gets a little bit addictive, I think, in that way.
For sure. So, and I think I was lonely at that time, too, so I was like, well, if I don't got men, then I don't got nobody. And that's fair. Yeah, just not the way my life is now, and so I'm like, oh, girl. Right. Whatever. But, yeah.
I just thought of a really good idea, for filming a TikTok, and also what we should do after this. We should do the rock, paper, scissors, and the winner chooses where we go for each, like, round, and we can do fun. Like drink, appetizer, food, dessert.
Yes. That is a really good idea, because I was also getting back into the food, I guess. I was like, I don't know if there's just one place I would want to go. Like, I can't think of, like, I guess I'll have to come up with one place.
I was thinking, like, fuck, we needed to film TikToks, but, like, all the stuff
we really do.
We have is all TikToks we need when we're going out, so that we can, like, you know what I mean? Or, like,
we need to be a little bit dressed up for it,
Right. And I was like, oh, that would be a really good one that we could film today.
That is a good one, yes.
So. Okay. What can I say, guys? I'm a genius.
Yeah?
The date profile one was good, too, because I keep seeing TikToks if it's, like, someone, like, zooming in of, like, their hot brother-in-law or whatever, being like, who's gonna take him?
Yeah!
But just taking that idea, but, like, with a slideshow of hot pictures or videos of us with, like, facts.
Well, I'll follow up with, for your question, what advice do you wish you could have gone... This is a classic question. What advice would you give to younger you? If you were, like, transported back in time and you had 30 seconds.
How long in time?
Do you want to pick? Like, if you were able to pick a specific time that you would want to give this advice to?
Yes.
Would that be best? Okay, then I think you should do that. Sometimes
Can it be hyper-specific advice?
Totally.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, this is up to you. You have 30 seconds to go back anytime you want.
This is so funny.
Okay,
everybody who knows me personally, who do you think I'm going to advise against myself to talk to? And I know you're all going to think it's Nick, and you're all thinking I'm going to give advice about breaking up with Nick sooner, blah, 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 but that you're totally wrong. I would flash back to being a freshman in college. That's the person I would give advice. She's second semester. Her friend, who's not even her fucking friend now, who turned out to be a pretty shit person, convinced 18-year-old me, you should switch into my e-design class so that we could take every single class together. And I switched around my schedule to have a shittier schedule where I had to wake up early to take this e-design class, and that is where I met one Parker Ginn and became obsessed with him for the rest of college. And I just think that I could have fucked so many hotter people, and also, like, just, like, I was so singular focused. There were so many hot people at Penn State. You know what I mean? Like, hot men and women. I mean, not that I, you know, indulged in some of the hot women, but, like, I didn't care. Like, he was all I ever wanted for fucking ever. Right. And just flash back and be like, I wouldn't even say anything about him. I'd say, don't switch to e-design class. It's not a good idea.
You think young you would listen to you? You think you'd be like, okay.
If I showed up with lip piercings and tattoos and dyed hair, now, yeah. I would 100% listen to me.
Love, okay.
Especially if I wasn't.
She's like, but you turned out cool, so maybe I will though. Like,
but if I was like, it is dire, do not take that class. Just stay in the class you're in. Just don't take unnecessary journeys. Don't go on unnecessary journeys. Yeah. I would be like, okay, word. Because if you had went back and told me, don't talk to Parker again, he's evil, I don't think I would listen to that advice. Because I probably would have still would have taken the class, and then I would have seen him, and I'd been like, I don't really care what your advice is. He's so hot. I don't care.
Yeah, that's
fair. I'm going to throw myself. Yeah. Because especially, like, post-Nick, I think... Sorry, this kind of returns to the fact that I'm kind of a shitty partner, or was. But I had a crush on Parker, like, a year before me and Nick broke up. Mm-hmm. And that was kind of something in the back of my mind, knew why me and Nick, like... I hated him at this point. The entire last year we were dating. We shouldn't have been dating, because he had already done so many horrible things to me that I just resented and hated him. But I thought that, I still was so obsessed with being with him, I guess. But I hated him. And I had a crush on Parker that whole fucking year. Like, not, like, sincerely, if Parker at any point was like, yeah, I would have probably cheated on Nick way sooner, and shit would have gone down with me and Nick way sooner. But he just didn't. He got a girlfriend pretty soon. He showed interest in me, and then I was Snapchatting him while still dating Nick, mind you. But to me, I was like, it's never going to happen with him, so, like, it doesn't even matter. But then Parker showed genuine interest. We get back to school. He immediately gets girlfriend. And then that whole year... where I could have been cheating on Nick with Parker or getting with Parker, he had a new girlfriend. So hot. She is the hottest person I've ever seen. I think a lot of my obsession with him rooted in how bad I wanted to fuck her. Her name was Nick as well. LOL. And she went by she, they, and she was just the fucking hottest person I've ever seen. And alt, like, everything I had, because I did not look as alt as I do now then. Sophomore year was really when I made that switch from, like, basic, trying to seem as basic as possible and look as white as possible and show my boobs as much as possible, to trying to look cool as fuck and alt and stuff. That was the year. And, like, I was like, I saw pictures of her and I'd be like, they're exactly what I want to look like and what I want to smash. You're so fucking hot. Like, I wasn't even mad. I was like, yeah, and guess what? You fucking win. Aww. To this day, they deleted all their social media once they broke up, her and Parker. To this day, if she ever made a social media again and I saw it, I'd be like, girl, like, this sounds crazy, but I think it's us. Like, I think we need to hook up, actually. I tried to once, one of the times me and Parker I wanted to be done with him, but no social media presence whatsoever after the breakup, which I was like, fair enough, honestly, because I would I also went fucking insane from this man.
The Parker Jennifer.
I know, they gotta be somewhere, and if I want you bad, for real. Even somehow Kevin saw pictures and was like, God damn. I know, and I was like, I fucking know. And I would stalk her Twitter so crazy. I know that's fucking insane of me, but that was like the only social media she had that was public. I would stalk it crazy style all the time, obsessed, and wanted to fuck Cillian Murphy, smash. Like, same music taste, same niche interest. I was like, same anime interest. I was like, you are perfect for me. It's just because it's similar to me, but like a hotter version of me. Like, sure. It's just a hot me. My personality, my interests, I would say. I don't know her, so I don't know what her fucking personality was like at all. My interests, though, my niche interests and my obsessions, just in like a really hot alt girl body. I was like, oh my god. Yeah, Parker, he does, but then I think after they broke up, he was like, I need to only date the most white women I could find, because she was also not white. The most, like, white basic women I can find forever for the rest of my life. But yeah, that would be if I could go back in time, which, like, there's probably a lot more, like, things that fundamentally changed me as a human being things. But I just think college would have been so much more fun if I wasn't so obsessed.
Yeah.
And there would have been so much more opportunity, I think, to heal from Nick and get more romantic and sexual experience, that now it's been so long that I don't have interest or am just struggling with completely, you know? So, yeah.
Yeah, real.
But I would phrase it as in, don't take that. Just stay on course. Stay in the design class you're in. It's not that serious. Who was the worst person you've ever personally met, and why didn't you like them?
Oh.
Could be any point in your life. You don't have to know this person anymore.
And so what if I like them I don't... So I'm supposed to not like them off the bat?
No. Just, who is the worst person you've ever personally met, and why, is essentially the question.
It was a man I had, like, a 4-month situationship with, and he was just a really bad man. Emotionally, I mean, like, this isn't really a fun answer. It's like, he's emotionally abusive, financially abusive, a cheater, and, just, like, homophobic, xenophobic, and of course I didn't know all this, like, getting into it, but those things come out, and yeah. But obviously, like, there's the highs and the lows, and so I stayed long. Like, I knew from the get-go that this was going to be bad for me, and, did it anyways. I didn't know how bad. So yeah, just, like, a genuine, like, it's not even a, like, we just weren't right for each other. It's like, no, this is genuinely a really terrible man, like, I think set on the earth to ruin good women. He's on the T app. Have you heard of that app?
Oh, yes, because I have a friend who lives in Erie, and she found her brother and was texting me about it, and I immediately responded. I go, look up Parker. Literally. I need to know. He's not on there. I was like, Lord, give me the app. Let me write something down. Guess what?
The guy that I am speaking of is on there, and multiple women with scarier stories than mine. And so I'm, like, thankful that at least I got out when I did, but just a very scary man. And also, I wish I immediately blocked him, because I didn't know his Instagram. He told me he didn't have one, of course. I think he had a secret one too that he stalked me to this day. But then, like, literally, like, within the past 6 months, I don't know when, mind you, like, this occurred in 2022 winter, I want to say. Yeah, 2022 winter. So it's been
a minute.
3 years ish. Going on 3 years. And he swipes in my DMs.
That's crazy.
The audacity! Mind you, we did not end on good terms. Literally the worst terms that you could probably ever end on.
Right.
And he decides, like, obviously he's probably been stalking me for a while on his fake account, or maybe not even on that account because I didn't know it. But then he decides he's gonna DM me, and I'm, like, immediately block.
Right.
Like, literally,
yeah, that's insane, but also, like, so, like, whenever anyone ever says men, will always come back, it literally doesn't matter how bad you do them, or they do you, or what the fuck goes down, or how long it's been, eventually they always come back. Yeah. Like, that shit like that. It's always like, god damn, it's always fucking true. Like, Parker texts me, Parker finds a reason to text me every single time one of him and his Erie bitches breaks up. Every time. And it's like, nothing's ever gonna happen. Like, I live here, he lives there, blah, blah, blah. He'll just have something to say, though. Or maybe they're fighting. Get a little text. Oh, I'm watching this anime. Oh, happy birthday, even though I've never ever said it when we actually lived in the same state. Oh, I wonder why. Oh, you and the girl who is orange broke up. Got it.
Yeah.
Orange hair instead of skin. Clarified, because there was an orange girl with orange skin. She was an op, for real. I hated her.
They do always come back. But anyways, that was, like, we left on such bad terms that the fact that to come back after that...
Surely he just has the fucking audacity, though, based on, like, everything else you've said about him, you know what I mean?
He's, like, an attractive man, and that's how he's getting this far in life. Like, literally, dog him out. Like, literally the only reason he's surviving is he preys off women and their money and their gratitude to, like, live. Like, he has women paying his rent, he has living with women, and then bringing women to his homes and having sex with other women in that woman's bed. That is how he's getting by on literal male manipulation alone. And then, being abusive about it. But I guess, he reaches out because he needs... I don't know, like, because if I was a weak woman, I guess maybe I would go... Okay, yeah, one last question for me. I'm gonna end on a fun one. What's your favorite TikTok folder you have right now?
Most of my TikTok folders are named after an anime, and it's just all that anime's edits.
So which one is your favorite?
I would say the one I've been adding to most frequently is Demon Slayer over the past 2 weeks, because it's my current new hyperfixation. Yeah. So I've been getting a lot of those edits, but my favorite is my Marauders one, because it's just like, it talks about, like, if you, like, serious black kinnies, blah, blah, blah. Kin is, like, I am them, they are me. Mm-hmm. Just, like, saying things, like, that people who are obsessed with him would relate to. And I'm always like, well, yes, edits, art, fan art, sad stuff, fake recommendations. Like, it is 382 posts deep. Actually, my longest one is Jujutsu Kaisen, and it has 800 posts saved. Love. 800 edits. And when Aaron and I eventually watch it, me and Aaron are doing this thing where it's like, we just love sharing media. So we're taking turns, like, watching things with each other. So right now we're watching Chainsaw Man, which is an anime I like, because the season 2 is coming out as a movie in a month. So, and there's only 12 episodes. So we're like, oh, we'll catch up and then we'll both be able to go see it. But I'm like, every time we talk about what blah, 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 any anime or whatever that I like, I'm like, I can't wait for us to finish watching it so that I can send you the hundreds of edits. Like a fucking storm.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That was my fun little question, but
that is fun.
Now we'll stop asking each other questions and take your questions.
Yep.
So I'll go first quickly. We had someone ask what they should be for Halloween. And Halloween, by the time this episode comes out, is in like 2-ish weeks. So I think my recommendation is use it as an opportunity to, like, try something new. So if there's, like, I don't know, a character that you really love, like, you don't have to look like them, you don't have to relate to them really, but you, like, let me be them for a night, you know? Doesn't matter also if other people get it. I mean, it is fun when other people get it, but, like, the costume is for you. You're the one buying the shit. So, I mean, unless you're like, I don't want to have to explain to everyone every night what I'm doing, then, or, you know, what I'm being, then I get that, but, it's just fun. I was Allie I think my favorite Halloween costume was Allie from Burlesque, because I love that movie and I love that character, and it's just fun to be her. So I think it's just fun to, you know, you don't have to, like, if you want to be a hot character, be a hot character. If you want to be funny. But just do something that you, like, find genuine enjoyment in, and you're like, that means something to you, and, you know, use it as an opportunity to be fun. I think women are often you know, scrutinized to be hot on Halloween, or that they shouldn't be hot on Halloween because they're being slutty, or women, oh my god, all they do is dress slutty on Halloween, they should try to be funny, or you're trying to be funny, you're not being funny enough, or that's played out, or, like, who gives a fuck? Just do what you want to do and have fun with it. Like, that's what Halloween's supposed to be about. Just have fun. So, yeah. I don't have any specific recommendations because I think it's personal to you. I will love to see you in a hot Halloween costume, whoever you are. I would also love to see you being funny. If you can do a combination of both, that's awesome. But I think I would most enjoy when someone's like, this is my Halloween costume. I love it. I'm really excited about it. And I'm like, fuck yeah. Mm-hmm. I love that. I don't know even if I don't know what it is. So,
yeah. I want to see Gelfies this year. I want to see Wicked, and I want to see 2 girls, and I want them to be dating, and they're going to be Glinda and Elphaba. I want to see tons of my hot anime men. I'm trying to think about the things that came out this year that I think people are going to do. I was thinking about it the other day, and I actually got, like, such a list of, like, I was like, oh, this is definitely, Wicked has to be big this year. 100% it's going to be big, and I'm very excited about it. I always love Fantastic Mr. Fox, that duo costume. I kind of want to see some of my favorite anime gay ships. Like, can someone be Bakudeku? Like, please. Like, please. I just want that. I had so many good ones that I thought were going to be done this year, and now I can't remember. I eat up whenever anyone does Phantom, either with their boyfriend or if, like, just a hot girl is the Phantom of the Opera. So, I love when people on TikTok just take Halloween to be cosplaying, and then they're just hot anime characters, and I'm like, well, smash, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I love when, sapphic couples do any couples costume, even though I'm always jealous.
Yeah, definitely.
So, that's my answer to that. Guess what I'm going to be in the comments below, guys. I'm going to live, so we're doing two couples costumes. Essentially, they're both sapphic couples, so, lol. How do I be more mean to men? I really like this question because I'm really good at it. I would say you should cheat on them if you were in a straight relationship with them, 100%. Who gives a fuck? I also, like, that's, I think, the crux. To be more mean to men, you just have to, like, not value them as human beings the way I do not anymore. Like, I get that cheating is bad, and it would hurt if someone cheated on me. Do I give a fuck when a man gets cheated on? No, literally not at all, because I'm just sorry. Like, at the end of the day, they probably fucking deserved it for one reason or another. I would say stop entertaining them at bars. Like, even, like, giving a sassy quip back, no. Just look at them and then walk the fuck away, or bark at them, or throw your drink at them. You know, I think you should be throwing more drinks in men's faces just for the fun of it. I don't even like to make eye contact with any men. I try to avoid it whenever possible.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I feel like some people, like, think that provoking men, like, you don't look like you can swim. But, like, in a way, it's, like, almost, I don't know, kind of, like, revs them up in a way.
Some men get off on that, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we don't argue with the men in our comments. Really, right. Unless they really piss us off. But, like, that's what they're looking for. Like,
exactly.
And we don't even want their feedback, so it's, like, why would we engage and give them attention and try to argue that they're not going to see our point? Like, right. What's the like, we don't care about them. So what's the point in like, even having a thought going into responding to them?
I think if you're trying to be bringing more mean to men in your daily lives, you just have to, like, truly internalize that they are not equal to you in any way. They're below you. It's almost like I would never say this about any other group of people, and keep in mind this is generalized and nuanced and mostly me being funny, but you kind of have to treat them as if they're not people, you know? I think that's really how I get through life. Even with, like, men I'm friends with, it's, like, almost hard now because I just, like, hate them so much, don't interact with them so much. Yeah, stop dating them maybe, or if you're gonna date them, just, like, be mean for the fun of it. I saw a TikTok the other day and I laughed so hard, and I was also like, well, yeah, it was just, like, a creek, and it was, like, pretty music in the background, and it was like, I almost supported Amber Heard more when we all really thought she was beating Johnny Depp. And I was like, well, yes. No, because fuck that, actually. The fact that I think two people can be abusive in a relationship, and I'm not trying to put that to shame, but I'm saying a lot of emotional abuse brings out the worst in other people, and her career is ruined for fucking ever because you were all like, I believe Johnny Depp. Yeah. You believe the really rich white man who has been rich for fucking God knows how long, dating a woman significantly younger than him and in a power imbalance. Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm actually so fucking pissed about that to this day. Because, like, that set a precedent also for smear campaigns against famous women, or women in general who have experienced trauma or anything. It set everyone back so bad. And I'm not saying Amber Heard is completely innocent. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that outcome and that media and that support for Johnny Depp in such aggressive support with no nuance, I think damaged women trying to seek reparations or even just live, etc., through these domestic violence, any type of abusive situation, so much harder, and also started a common occurrence. Whenever you see any woman accusing any famous man of anything nowadays, an instant smear campaign comes back. And that was the president that started it. Sorry, not to turn that back around, but...
Yeah, well, I think what you said is exactly true, because I think as women we're taught to be nice to everyone, so if you don't see men as everyone, then that kind of helps. But I think genuinely, like, to go along with that is look at how marginalized groups of people in history have rebelled against their oppressors. In multiple different scenarios, you can think of different ones, but how were they rebelling against their oppressors? First of all, they're not thinking, well, my oppressors are people too. My oppressors are just human. My oppressors make mistakes. My oppressors were taught that this is the way that life should be. This is all they know. Maybe there's when you're being actively oppressed, you're not thinking that. You're thinking, these are my oppressors and they're
right.
They're causing harm onto me. They're not considering my well-being. They don't give a fuck about me. They're just they don't care about me. And that is in general how the male population operates.
Mm-hmm.
And we just are a little bit far removed because, yes, as women we have progressed, but at the end of the day, men as the general population, which is what I'm referring to when I'm referring to men, as the general population, not all men, is that they are oppressing women. That's just that they set the system up, and that's what we're living under. So if you can think about it in the sense of, these are not men who make mistakes and maybe that they're all good. In general, these are men that are my oppressors. I don't care. I'm not going to care about their feelings or about how they feel, like, act, or how they're going to perceive me, because they already perceive me as dirt, shit, and not worth their time and energy and you know, any of that. So if you look in history, look at what, you know, how have the oppressed reacted in the in relation to their oppressors, and you can take that for your own advice.
Well, that's exactly what I get at and how I think when I say, I just keep bringing it up because it's a specific example that is harsh. I don't give a fuck if a man gets, I don't feel bad for you. I don't feel bad for you because men are fucking shit, and it is not something that is just coming up now. It is something that is only just now started to, like, be pointed out and, like, fought against in the everyday sense. Women, yes, now women can vote, but guess what? Women still put up with the same shit, and men still grow up with internalized misogyny, like, that they have to purposefully unlearn. And I'm sorry, I'm not gonna sit around and wait for you to fucking unlearn it. Fuck you. I'm not gonna date you. I don't give a fuck if my friends cheat on you. I don't care if your mom is dead. I don't care about any of it. I really don't give a fuck. And I'm gonna be a dick to you because guess what? You all fucking suck, and I'm sick of it. I am sick of it, and I won't live like this anymore. Period, point blank. And the fucking male loneliness epidemic and the declining birth rate, I think, is a sign that women across the world and nation specifically, when we're talking about what's going on in the US, they're fucking realizing this and they're fed the fuck up. And truly, like, I want to live life like I live in an all-female commune, like, sincerely. And that's why it's like, yes, I'm bisexual, but I just, like, can't ever, it's so hard for me to imagine dating a man because I just am so, like, revolted by everything that men are taught and that they stand for. It doesn't matter how much you've unlearned it, like, fuck you. At the end of the day, it's fuck you.
Yeah. Okay, you have a must recommend?
Yeah, I'll just go with the obvious one. Guys, go Demon Slayer Infinity Castle movie 1. There's going to be 3 of them. Came out 2 weeks ago. Amazing. It is a great theater experience. Cried. What Demon Slayer does so good is that even the villains have horrific backstories or backstories that evoke strong emotion. So even as when one is defeated, the whole point of Demon Slayer is, like, you have the Demon Slayers and then the demons, right? And that's all playing out over the seasons. If you haven't watched it, also my must recommend is just go and watch it. And yes, it is some great animation and some great fighting, but it's a female author, and I think it's prevalent in the fact that everybody has a backstory, and it's heavily backstory focused in the sense of, like, when the main character is learning a new fighting technique or realizing in the midst of battle what he needs to do to win, it comes from some anecdote in his past, from someone he's either lost or some time that he can't get back to, that he remembers this lesson. Or even less anecdotal, like something one of his comrades had told him not too long ago. Things like that. And not only do you get that with the main character, but you get that with every character, which I think makes it so emotionally profound and robust. So, I'm gonna go see it again tomorrow. LOL.
Awesome. I know I've only heard good things, but I haven't seen it yet. Maybe when it comes to streaming. I'm just bad at movies. I'm not a big movie person.
Well, it also has 5 seasons of anime before the movie starts. The movie is the final battle. It's 3 movies that are going to come out. Oh, really? Part 1, 2, and 3, 2 years apart each.
Gotcha.
So I'll be fucking like 30 when the last one comes out, but I'm not going to think about that too deeply.
Yeah, don't think about that. Don't think about that. Okay, I guess my recommendation is find a 20-part book series that you are into. Just read more, I guess, guys. I've been reading more. Some books have not all... Just try new books. I don't know. Like, there's no... Like, the worst thing that you can do is, you know, instead of doom scrolling, you're reading a book that's just mid. Because I've been reading a lot of mid books lately. And that, like, makes me mad because I'm like, I don't really like that, but at least I'm not on my phone. But then I've had a book on my like want to read that I don't even remember what list I must have got it from to put it on my list for like over a year. And it was one of the best books I've read all year, and it's a 20-part book series.
Well, that's exciting.
So like, yeah, and I'm in love with the main character. Yeah, she's she's not canonly bisexual yet. I've only read the first book, but she's giving bisexual.
If there's 20 books, surely there's enough time.
I know. Well, she's giving, like, she's like closed off detective who doesn't take shit from anyone, short hair, builds up motorbikes in her downtime, but has like a soft side for children, or not children, but like not even children, but like specifically like women who've been wronged, and then like orphans, because she grew up an orphan with like really bad. It's just giving like I could save her, and I could, but she gives very bisexual energy, and so I'm in love with her. So I'm really excited. Like now I've read a book that I didn't know much about, and then I just got off a list from somewhere and ended up really liking it, and now I have 19 more books that I'll probably like. Like, yeah. So just do that. Just do it.
I'm a big reader. My problem is with fan fiction fucks me up because I get so hyperfixated that like reading a real book with characters to me that I like with the Marauders, it's like they're real, like I know them personally. You know what I mean? And I could read a million fan fictions of a million different like canon situations, but in the Hunger Games and the coffee shop, blah blah blah. I get stuck on that. But I do love reading, and I do have a ton of books. If anyone knows me personally, if you ever want to heed Morgan's advice, you're welcome to come to my local library because I have bookshelves upon bookshelves upon bookshelves. I mean, our friend has like 5 or 6 of my books that she wanted to read. She's just had them for like almost a year now. But I don't even fucking care because I'm like, I know where they are, and I don't have the space anyway.
I've had a lot of your books too, and I just recently returned them, so... Yeah, and support your local libraries.
True.
I love the library. The library is just, I mean, not all of them are free, but like here in this county, Hennepin County, the library card is free if you live in the area. You have access to the online books. There's so many of them. Any actual book that you want, you know, if they have it, you can get it at any of the libraries. They'll ship it to the right one. You don't have to go to the right one. There's so many different options. The libraries are cute, quiet place. You can go there and you want. You can read there, or you can just literally stop in and then leave. You don't have to stay there. You could also, libraries offer a lot of resources. If I ever need to print something, I go to the library because they do that for free up to like a certain amount each week. You can meet at the library. Our D&D group is going to be meeting at the library. So I'm just very, 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 very pro-library. I think because that's, like, the most socialist that we get in this society is a library.
Yeah. True.
So, that is the recommendation. A little bit of a longer episode, I think.
That's okay, though.
Yeah, I hope you guys...
We haven't had a long one in a while, anyway.
True. And I hope you guys enjoyed learning more about us.
Yeah. Follow us on our socials. It's We Know Better Pod everywhere, but on TikTok, it's We Know Better Pod with 2 Ds. Mm-hmm. On Instagram and TikTok, she's more Cooper 2020. And on Instagram, I'm elizabethrosepenabrown. And on TikTok, I am Edgy Liz. And stay tuned for more TikToks that we're going to probably film today.
Yeah.
All right.